Good evening.
Good evening.
Carol, I want to thank you for your work tonight as well. And, you can't beat getting a standing ovation standing in front of your mama. One of North Carolina's great leaders, Representative Kennedy. John, I want to thank you for that introduction. It is a pleasure to be here with you tonight. And I would like to thank all of the folks who helped put this evening together. I see so many friends and supporters here. I really get in trouble if I started naming any names. But I just want to say it's great to be here with wonderful Forsyth County Democrats. And it's always a lot of fun for me to come to Winston-Salem, particularly tonight. The best thing that ever happened to me in my entire life happened to me in this town. 25 years ago this week, I met the most beautiful, intelligent, wonderful woman, and somehow she agreed to be my wife. And it's been a wonderful journey that started here when we were both students at Wake Forest. And so this is, in many ways, it's a lot of fun for me, although it is hard to believe it's been 25 years. Let me start tonight by saying how important everyone here is. For those of us who run statewide, for those of us who do our best to carry the mantle of the Democratic Party, we understand that we can't get it done without the help at the local level. And thank you for the phone calls you make, for the volunteer efforts, for everything to support part of us. The Democratic Party has left a strong mark on the state of North Carolina. We've worked hard on issues that affect our children, our parents, our economy, and our environment. It is our passion as elected officials, auxiliaries, precinct officers, and most of all, as voters, that make the difference in making sure our state is heading in the right direction and that there will be a great new day in North Carolina. Soon, we're going to be choosing a new governor in this state. And I want you to know why I'm running and how I manage our state. As state treasurer, I've been directly accountable to more than 750,000 public employees, school teachers, firefighters, police officers, you name it. And they know what kind of results we deliver. Many of you have thanked me here tonight, and I appreciate that. It's been hard work building one of the nation's strongest retirement systems, making real reforms that have allowed North Carolina to invest millions more in health care, education, tuition assistance, standing up for a long overdue increase in the minimum wage, making sure that North Carolinians have opportunities to have affordable places to live. These are the bedrock economic issues that allow families to move forward in a positive direction. And I'm proud of the part that I have played in that over the last few years as your state treasurer. As John mentioned, as Governor Hunt's Secretary of Crime Control and Public Safety, I've seen the needs of our state, and I've provided direction during some of the worst disasters I hope this state ever sees. And as a federal prosecutor, I fought criminals that did not abide by our laws. And I believe my experiences have provided me with the unique abilities to be our next governor. Now look, we all agree. We all agree on what the big issues are going to be. Good jobs that you can raise a family on. Improving our health care system. Making sure our children are going to good schools and that we can afford to go to great colleges. The real difference is going to be how our next governor approaches those challenges. And the answer is not just about spending more money and making more promises. It's about making better decisions. It's about meeting our tough challenges head on and delivering real results. My top education priority will be to cut the dropout rate in our high schools in half. Y'all, in the economy that's changed since I was a child in this state, from agriculture to textiles, and you know it, look what's happened here in this city, in this county, the transformation in the economy over the last 20 years. You can't have, on average, 30% of our kids drop out between the 9th and 12th grade. You can't have 40% of African Americans drop out. You can't have, in counties that have the highest unemployment rate, approach 50% drop out and have the kind of future in North Carolina that I want for my children. We can't have it. We've got to go straight at this issue. You know, we've made a lot of progress in education, but this has been our dirty little secret. And we cannot keep sweeping under the rug. We have got to go right at this issue by having real curriculum reform and teaching real job skills, bringing our communities together, putting this out there in front of parents, law enforcement, business leaders, to support our teachers. And finally, we have got to hold our school officials accountable. In my administration, we will build schools faster and smarter with my school construction plan, saving millions that we can invest in quality teachers and reducing class size. In my administration, we will make sure that every child in North Carolina has health care, no excuses. We've got 170,000 children today who are eligible for some of the great programs we have, and they're not enrolled. We've got 240,000 children in North Carolina who are not covered, and the numbers are going in the wrong directions. We can make real progress here, and we will improve the quality of health care by reducing waste and medical errors. And we will build roads where they're needed, not where political insiders want them. It's time to stop the slush funds and stop making transportation decisions behind closed doors based on special interest. State government, I believe, ought to spend a whole lot less time studying issues and a lot more time solving our problems. I believe that we need to stop making new promises and work on fulfilling the ones we've already made. And I'm sure we can all agree that we need to stop pointing fingers and start pointing North Carolina in a new direction. And to do that is going to require a governor willing to make tough decisions. One who's not afraid to take on companies that want to rip us off with subprime mortgages and loans and unnecessarily jacking up the price of our gas at the pump. We're going to need a governor who will fight for affordable college tuition. A governor who will fight for decent wages and affordable housing. A governor who will fight for people who need help and deserve it. One who is not afraid of change. One who is willing to take North Carolina in a different direction. Starting day one, that's exactly what I'm going to do. Thank you.